What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to a brand new Friday the 13th review. That's right, every Friday from now until the end of the series, we are doing a Friday the 13th review on Friday. And this week, we are talking about Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Now, this isn't the final chapter in the series, obviously, because there's 6 more movies for us to review. And then there's a Freddy vs. Jason movie. And then there's a remake. So there's a lot more Friday movies for us to do. But at the time, this was the definitive end of the Jason storyline. It really was. I didn't think it would be. I thought there'd be something at the end that made me like, of course, it's not over yet. But they did. This was definitively the end of Jason. And I appreciated that. So let's do the review.
Jason's reign of terror is over. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Jason's unlucky day.
So guys, Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Again, you've got your mix of teenagers who's going to Camp Crystal Lake. See, everyone thinks the Jason threat is gone. You had this killer who killed a bunch of people in Part 2, who killed a bunch of people in Part 3, and then they all think he's dead. His body goes missing from the morgue, but they don't know where he is, and they're like, you know what? We're going to camp. We're going to go have a good time. And I like that this time it's not like good people that then they have to like find reasons to dislike. These are just scumbag teenagers, and honestly, they deserve it. This movie does a great job of making every single person that Jason kills, you're like, you deserved it. Except for maybe the lady on the side of the road. But she deserved it too. But for real, they do a good job making it seem like all of those people deserve to die. Like, as the viewer, I appreciate that because I don't want to root for Jason, but when he kills people that are scumbags, people that are cheating, it's like, all right, you know what? I'm good with this. And then you've got the Jarvis family in this movie. Now, they are a group of people that live on or near Crystal Lake in a cabin. It's the mom and the 2 kids. Most specifically, Tommy Jarvis. I say most specifically because this kid, he's got a weird connection to like masks and monsters, and he's not really afraid of anything. And in the end, he's the one that deals the final blow to Jason, which is pretty cool. All these adults in the last 2 films couldn't stop Jason, but in this film, it was a kid. And like I said, definitively, like that just goes right through his face. Oh, it's great. Well, let's get into things I like about this movie. First of all, I already said I enjoy the fact that this movie is very continuously tied together. Like, this movie does a good job, at least these first 4, of being one cohesive unit of a movie, and I appreciate that. I don't know if in Part 5 it's going to go off the rails. I know by Jason X they're in space, so that goes off the rails, but I don't know if like eventually 5, 6, 7, one of them goes off the rails. But this does a good job, at least 2, 3, and 4, of being connected within a couple of days of each other, and I like that a lot. I think that in and of itself was brilliant, and the fact they were able to keep that together for the making of these movies helps the viewing now, because I can watch the movie and be like, oh yeah, that happened a day ago. Oh, that happened last night. Oh, he's still on the run. Oh, he just got out of the morgue. Oh, he's back at the camp because now he was going back to Crystal Lake and he's pissed that these people are there. So I like the continuation of the series. I also like that, you know, this unstoppable force Jason, you're seeing sort of his breakdown. Like, he is pretty unstoppable as long as he is one-on-one, but put him versus any 2 people and it's a wrap. He cannot beat more than 1 person at a time. Impossible for him. And that's another thing I like about this movie is the humanity of Jason. And that's just, yeah, he's like a monster looking person. He's got a little bit of supernatural abilities with him. Like, she pushed him off that barn in Part 3 and he snapped his neck, or seemingly, but he was still alive. Then he took an axe to the face. But that mask probably took like the brunt of the blow. And then you've got the next movie, he just kind of gets up in the morgue. There's no real reason for it, except for the fact that maybe, you know, he wasn't dead, which that's fine. I mean, like I said, I liked in Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 2, where when they crash the ambulance, that jolts Michael Myers to life. Like, that's cool. But in this movie, Jason just kind of comes alive in the hospital. It's a little lazy, but okay, fine. And then I like that in this movie, once he gets into that final showdown with several people, he just can't duke it out and he dies. Like, I liked that about this movie. And again, I did like the definitive end of this movie. I like the fact that Jason finds a permanent ending in this movie. If they're gonna resurrect him for Part 5 or 6 or 7 or down the line, they're gonna have to resurrect him, and that's when we're gonna get zombie Jason. Jason Voorhees that's just supernatural. That's when the scariest Jason comes out, in my opinion. Like, this Jason, he's a human, he's terrifying because he's, you know, trying to murder people who aren't trying to do any harm to him, but I like the fact that this movie brings him down. And then now we are going to get the full Jason unleashed in the following movies. I've never seen them. I've seen Jason X, and I know what he can do in that movie. So I'm assuming here. I'm just assuming. Dislikes for this movie, I'll tell you, the kills in this movie are pretty forgettable. Like, I'm trying to sit here and rack my brain about what were my favorite kills in the movie, and To be honest with you, they were all pretty generic, pretty basic. I don't know of any kill in this movie that I was like, oh my god. Like in part 3, they had the whole 3D thing, and those kills stuck out because they annoyed me so much. But in this movie, they just kind of happened, and I was like, all right, he's crushing somebody's head. That's fine. Oh yeah, somebody's getting stabbed. That's fine. Like nothing was memorable about this movie in the kill department. When you have a slasher movie, that should be a thing. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe other people are like, oh, part 4 has the best kills. That's possible. But in this movie, to me, personally, the kills are just not very memorable. It's an enjoyable movie. It's a good cap to the first 4 movies. I think this definitively, you could say these 4 movies belong together. I'll continue on and see where the other movies fit and what works, what doesn't. But as for these movies all coming together, calling this movie the final chapter, it actually makes sense. Like when I was looking through them, originally I was like, why is this one called the final chapter? And it's part 4 of a 10 movie series. But honestly, it makes sense because it really does cap off human Jason. I mean, unless the next movie, they're like, oh, he's still alive and he's a human. That's going to be annoying. But with all that said, guys, those are my thoughts, and that is my review for Friday the 13th, Part 4. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button if you want your friends to see it. If you have seen Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, and you have some comments and some thoughts and some opinions, we'll put those in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this movie. And finally, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that because I got a lot of content coming your way, including next week, next Friday, Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. So the series is almost coming back. Like, I like that. That's cool. All the titles make sense now. Except for 3D. That's still unnecessary. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. All right. Video's all edited. Pretty sure I'm done. Oh. Ringtone again. What's up, buddy? Hey, no, I appreciate you calling me back. Yeah, the thing is, man, I have a weird request for you. I need some dance lessons. Do you think you could help me out? A YouTube video? What kind of YouTube video? Really? So if I watch this video, I'll be able to dance? And the dance moves are still really good? All right, I'll check it out. You're going to send it now? Man, you're 1 in a million. I appreciate you, bro. All right, bye. All right. Kind of weird, but I guess I'll watch that video. Everything else is on YouTube. Oh, here's the file now. I'll just hit play right there. Cause you can't make it anymore. I know what you're waiting for. I should try.